Hi, my name is Gudrun from GE Designs. Welcome to my live quilting chat, Tipsy Tuesday. Hi everyone, welcome to the show, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. Thank you for being here. And of course, if you've been around seeing these shows before, you know the drill. Make sure you post in the comments your name and where you're tuning in from so everybody can say hi. And welcome if you're completely new. Great to have you here. On the show tonight, I will be showing you my third Advent project, a demo on a quick and fast and fun project that is also very useful. I will also be drawing 4 lucky recipients of my quilts that I showed you on Friday during the birthday party. And so we will draw from the pool of donations we received through the website over the weekend, and I am very, very excited to see who gets to own one of my quilts. Of course, I will try and answer questions live. I have lots to show you and talk about tonight, so I don't know how many questions we can get to tonight, but please use those hearts and thumbs up. We love those. And hit that like if you are on YouTube, and make sure you are a subscriber there. Just hit that subscribe button so you never miss a show. If you're on Facebook, make sure you like our page and sign up for notifications, because then it will just pop up whenever we are live. So it's been a fun week, of course. Is it still technically my birthday week?
Yes.
Because it's the week before and the week after, right? Yes. Technically, it's my birthday week. Mr. Honey Producer, say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody. Hello.
So we have a giveaway, of course, at the end of every show. 2 winners every show, 1 from the live comments. So the more you comment, the better chances to win. And then we also have a question at the end. So if you can't catch us live, you can still win. So from last week, it seems so long ago because we've done so much and had so much fun. I asked you a question that was, have you watched any good series lately or shows? And our winner is Millie Fessler. Is it Fessler or Fessier? I'm not sure. Maybe Fessler. And then, so Millie says, watching Yellowstone at the moment. Great series. We have not watched Yellowstone. I wonder where that is. Anyways, like I said, great week. And thank you all so much for all of the amazing birthday wishes and the shout outs and the emails and the cards. Thank you. I really had an awesome birthday, despite being in a pandemic. I know birthdays are not the greatest things these days, but you know what? We have to always make the best of it. Positive attitude takes you a long way. And my birthday was pretty awesome, wasn't it? It was great to have you all there. And I have to, of course, thank Mr. Honey Producer for putting it all together, because I would never have figured that out to make it as awesome as it was. And of course, his sister Kathleen Johnson, who graced us with her angelic voice throughout the evening, along with the amazing keyboardist Ryan Bynum. I hope you all enjoyed it. Now, if you missed it live, it was all recorded, and you can still find the party both on Facebook and YouTube. And just whenever you need to pick me up, go listen to some great music. So I hope you enjoyed. Are we seeing some comments? Were you there with us? It was a whole lot of fun. We did a little dancing afterwards, but you know, it was probably the most stressful for this guy. He did not take a breath the whole night. I was able to a little bit while enjoying some of the music, but he did not take a break. So thank you so much for my birthday party. It was awesome.
Of course. Happy birthday.
All right, so during the party on Friday, we drew winners of really great gift baskets full of quilting goodies. And I actually forgot to announce the 4th winner, because we had 4 baskets and I only announced 3. I just kind of left my brain once the party was coming to an end. So our 4th basket, we drew from all the comments, of course, during the live show. The 4th winner of our amazing gift baskets is Linda Friedrichs. Linda, congratulations. We will get a hold of you and make sure that we get your address so we can send you all the good stuff. Lots of fabric and little great things. All right, so one of the main things I talked about on Friday was, of course, my charity QuiltAway. That is my way of raising money to give to the charities that are very close to my heart, the homeless shelters and shelters here in the Minneapolis area. And I picked 3 amazing places that will be receiving our donations. So all of you could donate $5. And so with every donation or every order that you place through the website with your donation, you got your entry into possibly winning one of the quilts. So we will be drawing 4 lucky folks that will receive a quilt from me. And this is going to happen live right now. Right now. I wanted it to be live. So here's how we did this. We had over almost 1,200 orders, so 1,200 donations, and some of you donated more than just the $5, so thank you all so much. And so we took all of those donations, all of those orders, and put them in order as they came in and gave them a number. So we have all of those numbered here. And then we went and got tickets, so there are actual tickets here. So I will be drawing a ticket with a number, and my little minions here, Svana and Mr. Honey Producer. Yeah, Svana, thank you very much. She ripped them all up. And so they will be finding the corresponding name on the list, and we will put it up on the screen. Are you ready? Are you guys ready for this? So the first quilt is going to be my Nova quilt. And so here is the winner for the Nova quilt. I'm not looking. I'm going deep and finding a number. And that number is 161. Are you finding 161? Let's put the Nova quilt up on the screen. Can we do that so we can see what quilt this person gets? There it is. So this is my Nova quilt that I made with some cave facet fabrics. And actually just a single background fabric. So Nova can look so many different ways, all depending on the fabrics you choose, and then if you use just one background or if you do it all scrappy. So the winner of the Nova quilt is, do we have a drum roll? No? Oh. Oh, I can hear it. Okay, there's a drum roll. Yay! And the winner is Barbara Holdeman. Woo! Congratulations, Barbara. We will make sure, I'm going to send the ticket with you with the quilt. So, the lucky ticket, and you will get this amazing quilt. It's about full size, I think. So, congrats. I hope we can find great spot for it somewhere in your house. So, the next quilt is Elvira, a large Elvira quilt. I believe it was a lap or a twin. I'm not sure. It's pretty long. Elvira was a long lap quilt. So the number that is the lucky one that's going to get the Elvira quilt is 525. 525. Okay. Are you finding that? Can you put the Elvira quilt up so we can see who gets that beautiful quilt? It's all done with reds, pinks, and whites. There it is. I photographed this in downtown Carver. It's just a little bit south of us, and they have this old petrol station that they, is not in service, of course, but they have these amazing petroleum things. What are they called? Pumps, gas pumps. My brain is somewhere else. All right, so we have the name for who is receiving the Elvira quilt. And drum roll. Winner is Carmen Gickstead. Carmen, congratulations. Lucky number 525. You will get this with your quilt. We have your addresses, so we will get these out to you right away. I'm excited. I'm so excited. Congrats. Okay, next quilt is my Rainbow Harmony quilt. My Rainbow Harmony quilt, of course, was a part of the Harmony Quilt Along. I made mine in rainbow strips and Tula Pink, rainbow background. Ooh, this one is 1016. 1016. Ooh, 1016. All right, 1016. 1016. Yeah, you got it? 1016? All right. We got to give him some time. All right, so my Harmony quilt, like I said, I used a lot of Stratosphere and Prismachrome for my strips. I want them to really stand out on that beautiful Tula Pink background. And who is the lucky winner? It's a lap size quilt. And Michelle Gaines Hall. Woohoo! Michelle, congratulations. You will get this wonderful quilt. So congrats, congrats, congrats. You are the winner of the Harmony quilt. And so finishing it up with the original Hope quilt. That was, of course, a part of our quilt along back in May. Okay, I'm going to go deep for this one, you guys. Deep for this one. All right, here it is. This is 825. 825. So many of you took part in this quilt along. Hope, of course, has multiple different layouts. I made 4 Hope quilts, or 5. 4 or 5, I don't remember. Oh, I made 5 because I made one during the quilt along. And so this is the first one I made. And so I hope somebody's going to really enjoy this bright quilt with all those beautiful florals and then the yellow as their accent. And are we doing drum roll? Okay, I can't hear it, but who's going to win it? It's Sora Badillo. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Congratulations. I will get this quilt out to you. I'm so excited. Now, all of you winners, once you get your quilt, we need a photo with you, with your quilts. And it'll be so awesome to see and see that the quilts are going to be loved and enjoyed. Since I can't give them straight to the folks at the homeless shelters, this will be awesome. So throughout everything, like I said, we got close to 1,200 orders for the $5 donations, and with all of your funds, because many of you purchased more than one, all of that money will go direct to the charities, and we've decided we're going to add even more from GE Designs to round it up to a great big number. So of the organizations that are receiving these funds are Salvation Army Harbor Light Center in downtown Minneapolis, the Sharon and Karen Hands, or Mary's Place, which is a shelter for families, and then the Southern Valley Alliance, which is in the southern suburbs and focuses on women's shelters and women that have experienced some sex trafficking or trafficking. So amazing places, and the total that will be handed over tomorrow is $9,000. Thank you so much. I am so excited. I get chills just thinking about it. This money will come in so handy these days, and these amazing places will be able to do so much with them. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you again so much. All right. That was fun. Really fun. Okay, so now we are going to move on to our Advent project. So this is the third one, and this one is a quilt as you go, very usable little thing. Should we put up the photo? It is a really cool, fast trivet. So when I said I made a trivet, I got some questions, mainly from the male counterparts in this family. What is a trivet? Well, of course, you can call it a hot pad. it's something that you place underneath a hot pot on a table. So I like to serve a lot of side dishes when I am having big holiday meals, and so a lot of them come, you know, served hot. So sometimes the bowls or whatever serving dishes are warm on the bottom, and many tables now are kind of sensitive to that. So I always put trivets underneath, and I don't have many pretty ones. So sometimes I have to resort to just like a kitchen towel. So I love these little things. So they look pretty on the table. So you can line them up on the table. They look pretty before you put the plates on it. Of course, you can make it into whatever else. But the reason for it's a trivet, so in here is an insulation layer. So there's an insulation layer and then a batting layer. So they are thicker. And so this insulation layer reflects the heat back so it doesn't go through and into the table, so your table was not harmed. And then the cotton batting layer kind of catches all the condensation, so it's really, really nice. So I actually decided not to bind my trivets because it's just a nice flat look. It's a little bit thicker to sew through that isolation layer, so I just left it without a binding. You can add a binding if you want to, but I think we should just watch the video and then we can talk about it afterwards. I can answer all your questions. And so let's check out the video. Hi, my name is Gudrun from GE Designs, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make the GEasy Trivet quilt as you go. What we will need for this project is a 5-inch square for your center. You need a 1.5-inch strip for that first border, and then a 2.5-inch strip for the outer border. You will also need an 11-inch square of fabric for your backing. And then for the inside, you're going to need 2 layers. You want an insulating layer. This is Insul Bright, so it has a little bit of aluminum lining. And then a layer of cotton batting, just to catch all the condensation. So what I started with is just fusing those 2 together using basting spray. And then we're just going to find the center by drawing a line through the center using a water erasable pen. So I want to take my ruler, I lay it in the center of my batting and fold this over so it's half and half. I push my ruler into the middle, and then I know this is centered, so I can just draw that line. I do the same the other way. Push the ruler in. And then I can line up a horizontal line on that first line, and I know I'm centered. So we're going to be stitching this quilt as you go, so you want to have a walking foot on your machine, and we are going to have the cotton batting on top, so you draw on the cotton batting. The Insul Bright is on the bottom. We're going to take our 5-inch square and just center it by folding it. I actually just crease the centers like this, folding it in half, and creasing the centers here, and then I can just match my creases up with the 4 lines, all 4 lines, and I know I'm perfectly centered. There is a printable available to download from my website that will tell you all the measurements, how to subcut your strips to have them all ready to piece. So we're going to start by the second border. We're going to do the shorter rectangles right on top. We're going to sew them on each side, and we're going to stitch through the layers with a scant 1/4-inch seam and then press out. You can finger press or use an iron if you want to. Once you have this unit all pieced, you're going to notice that here's the Insul Bright on the bottom. We're going to place our backing piece, our 11-inch backing piece, right on top. and we're just going to center it. Sometimes this is not all even because when we're sewing through such thick layers, our seams are sometimes not fully accurate, but you just center it right on the top like this. We're going to pin the 4 corners. I like to just pin them like this. And then what you're going to do is stitch around the whole thing, following the edge of the backing piece. And I like to actually add a little bit to my seam allowance when I'm doing this. But what we're going to make sure to do is leave an opening on one of the sides. You need it to be at least 4 inches to be easy, to make it easy to turn this inside out. So we're going to stitch all the way around like I've done here, leaving an opening on one side. And then you're going to just with scissors trim everything even to the backing. And before we turn it, I go ahead and just clip my corners to make the corners pop out a little bit easier. Now the reason why I turn this way is we have such thick layers of the Insulbrite and the batting, so it's kind of hard to do binding. So it's an easy finish this way. So now we're just going to turn it. Now that we've pushed the corners out, it's ready to be pressed. I start by pressing the inside seam, the fold of the backing fabric kind of flat, because they sometimes get a little bit distorted when we are turning. So I press that flat, and then I turn it over to turn this part because it's a little bit thick with all the layers of the batting to make these guys even, and I give it a good press. Ideally with a little bit of steam. Check the other side, see how that looks. And then I press my whole piece. A little trick to keep this closed instead of using pins, I like to just use a little bit of Elmer's school glue, washable school glue. So I just put a little sliver on the edge here, inside edge, and this will help keep this opening nice and closed, and I don't have to use any pins. I just use heat to set it, and this thing will stay closed now that I do the top stitching all the way around. See how it stays nice and closed. So now what I do a top stitch. I start by doing about a ½ inch from the outside edge all the way around, and then I do a second one about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. It closes up the opening nicely, and this just makes the trivets lay nice and flat. There's no bump on the binding. Of course you can use binding if you prefer that, but this is so much faster and easier, and they lay nice and flat. You can line them up on a table and put anything hot on it, and it's not ever going to damage your table. I hope you enjoyed making these quick and easy trivets. They are so fun to make and easy for a hostess gift or even just to match your table decor. My name is Gudrun from GE Designs, and I'll see you next time. Well, I hope you like those little guys. These are so fast. They really are. And what a great way. 1 turn square, 1 1.5 inch strip, and 1 2.5 inch strip. That's all. And then you can find some unfortunate fat quarters to cut up for the back or something. Or not. But really a great way to use up scraps. Or, of course, if you want to use some of your half yards, a half yard could make 3 backs and probably the 2.5 inch strips, and then you could probably get that 5 inch square as well. So very easy to swap out. This fabric was called Christmas Trees. This was a Louis and Irene fabric that we had this summer. It sold out fairly fast, like all Christmas lines. They really disappear fast. So I, of course, secured some of this earlier this summer, some of the scraps. So I love that. What's the name of my blue stick? That is just a plastic chopped stick. So I always buy chopsticks, and if you go get sushi, grab some of those wooden ones. They are really great to push out corners like that. And this one, actually, my little blue one, I broke the tip of it because I was trying to push too hard, and I was trying to adjust it, and I broke it. But I've had this for a really long time. So time to get new chopsticks. What pattern do you guys suggest for the gnome flannel bundle? Well, I made Teen Spirit with mine. I say anything that has larger pieces so you can really show off those pretty fabrics. So either the supersized Nina or Teen Spirit or anything with bigger squares, like possibly even Kira. But it might be a little busy for Kira, but I still think that would be a good idea. Should you use 80-20 batting, or would that not work with the Insole Bright? Okay, so the Insole Bright, this is what it looks like. So let's go to the overhead camera. So it has that kind of metallic in between layer and then a little bit of batting on each side. So it's fairly thin, but this is the layer that reflects the heat. So you need to put cotton batting on top of that because you don't want to use poly batting too much right where you put the hot pot on it, because you don't want it if it's way too hot. So I recommend cotton. It also soaks up kind of any condensation a lot better than poly would. So but one thing, make sure you never, if you use Insole Bright, which we do carry in the store, we sell them in 1 yard increments. So if you do use that in the trivets, do not put these trivets in the microwave. This cannot go in the microwave because of that metallic layer. So, but of course, if you don't want to use them as trivets, these are really great candle mats or whatever. So then you can just use regular batting. And then the option for the non-binding, of course, it is a little bit thicker because you have a layer of the Insole Bright and the cotton batting, so it is thick, which is why I chose not to bind it. It would have been a little bit tricky, but and then also because it's kind of small. So I opted for the fast. It lays a lot flatter, so you don't get any wobble with the thick binding. So yes, you can wash the Insole Bright. It's just like anything else. There's instructions that come with it that tells you everything about it, but you can wash it and even dry it. Do you zigzag or stay stitch the edges if you're not binding? No. So like I showed you, we turn it over and then I top stitch, and I have two rows of top stitching, so that really secures those edges. You do not need to do any zigzag because all of the raw edges are turned inside when you turn it. What brand of pen do I like? Oh, this is the one that I carry in the store. It's the Mark Be Gone. This is the water erasable pen, and I like it. It's called a marker because it's a little bit thicker. So because most of the times when I use these, I'm drawing on batting, so I need thicker lines that I can see. So that's nice. Could you use microwavable batting? I'm sure. This is what I use because this is what I've been told. If you're doing anything with heat, this is the best stuff. But of course, there might be other things out there that you can also microwave. Just can you put? I believe you can put Insole Bright in the dryer. It will say so in the instruction, but I feel like I read that. So, because I was thinking, because you get food on this all the time. You throw it in the washer, dryer, and then press it out. It'll be just fine. Any other questions on this? I see a lot of you liked it. It's so quick. Like I made these in a couple hours. So they are just really nice and fun, quick to do. And what a great present too, because it's, everybody needs one of these. Every single household needs trivets, and this one you can make whatever season, for any day. You can match decor. If you're making napkins, you can make matching trivets for your tables. So all kinds of fun. Quilt's behind me. Haldora is still behind me. We didn't have time to swap her out. She's in my Quilt of Iceland book. We have my Christmas Lexi in the corner. And then this is my strip search that I did for the Stripping on the Side project. And it's not bound yet, but I wanted to hang her up because she's got juniper fabric, which is holiday fabric. So I'm not sure when I can get to binding it, so that's why I wanted to use her. The patterns, Lexi is a single pattern. Like I said, Haldora is in Quilts of Iceland book, and then the strip search, this one is using 1.5 inch strips. That one is from the first Stripology book. It's just called Stripology. The strip search pattern is also available for using 2.5-inch strips, which would make everything a lot bigger. That is a single pattern. So depending on if you want small or big, you can do either or. Where do I get all my energy? I don't know. Probably from my ancestors. If you see my family, you probably would understand.
Did you say what book Lexi's in?
Lexi's is not in a book. Lexi's in a single pattern. Using 10-inch squares. Yes. All right. I have lots and lots of stuff to show you. Lots of product because I didn't show you any of the new fabrics that came in on Friday because we were partying. We're partying hard. And then, of course, with this season, all of our delivery companies are under such stress, so deliveries are coming very sporadically. Sometimes they come all together and some spread out. It's just weird. But we've gotten a lot of stuff since last week, so I thought we would just take some time to show you. First off, if you watch the party on Friday and listen to that amazing music, we have the CD, Kathleen's CD, the Etta James, the Rage Project back in stock. So that is on the website again. They found some more CDs. And then, did you guys enjoy that intro music we played before we went live today? That was a new piece of music. Not new piece of music, but we've never played it before. But it is Mr. HP's music. So can you tell us about that?
It's a little project I did with a guitar player. His name is Billy McLaughlin.
How many years ago?
This was early 2000s, I think.
It's a while. It's a while back.
Yeah,
but beautiful, and it fit
Colors.
perfectly.
It was a great instrumental. So I said, we have to use it. It's perfect for the show.
I know, it's perfect. So thank you for letting us play that, Mr. HP. I've got the inside deal. All right, so I'm going to start with, I've been thinking of things that I would want in my sewing room or in my sewing arsenal for Christmas presents. So everybody always asks me, what do you want for Christmas? So I thought, okay, there's some things that I would like, organizational things or things that you're not buying every day for quilting, like fabric is an everyday kind of thing. So fabric and, your needles and the things that you use all the time. So of course we have the rulers, we have the mats, and I wanted to say we're getting the Stripology XLs back. This probably tomorrow we'll be shipping all of them out. And then the large mats, the 36 by 24s are coming as well. And so I thought of other things that would be maybe a bigger purchase, something that you wouldn't be buying every day, but it's kind of like that wish list thing. And I've always been a fan of organization, even though I'm not really great at being organized. I love the idea of it, and I try my best. And I succeed sometimes. So I love Yazzie bags. So now we have 2 of the Yazzie bags in stock. So these are amazing. So let me show you. So this is the smaller one is called the Ultimate Thread Organizer. So these bags are really high quality and they open up with a zipper. We have 4 colors in stock. And then they have these clear compartments all closed with a zipper that you can have all of your threads, and there's a loose page. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8 zipper pouches inside, and then there's one more clear one on the outside. So this little thing says that it holds 100 plus spools of thread. So I of course snatched one up because I am going to use this for all of my small spools, and I could probably fit my big spools in here too of Aurifil, because I love that you can see easily what you have, you see the colors, and they are protected. The thread is protected, it's protected from sunlight and everything like that, and then it's all in one place. And so if you go into a retreat, whenever we can have retreats again, it's all there. So you can just zip it up, throw some extra piecing spools in here, and this is your thread bag. It's ready to go. And you have all the colors you would need on retreat, because of course we sometimes need the one that we don't have always. And then the other one is the Crafter's Companion, the other bag that we have. This one is a bigger, so it becomes like a box. So it's like this. And it fits, you know, it fits books in here, you know, your regular size books. And then it has multiple different size pouches. So this one has 2 compartments. This page has 3. Here we have one big one. Huh? Okay, so this one is, this is centimeters. So this one is almost 11 inches by 13.3 and then 5 inches deep. The thread one is 12 by 9.25 and then 3.75 deep. But this has 1, 2, 3 in the middle, 3 different, with different size. See, these are just slip-in, so great to slip in. You can pattern or whatever. And these are closed. And then in here it has one that has, I don't know if you can see this, it's black on black, but it has, you can slip like pens and things, little tools here. I don't remember. It's all on the website. Like I said, we have the black, and then you can also put stuff in, you know, on top or in between. And it's like a great travel bag. You can have your whole kind of retreat / class going stuff in one bag, and it's just really a nice quality. We have the black, we have the purple, and a red and a navy in those 2 sizes. And I just wanted to start with these mainly because they're on my wish list. But you know, if there's interest, we can see about adding some more of the Yazzie bags in whatever size or color you would like. So just send us an email if there's a specific color you're interested in.
Someone said you have a size for a strip.
No, they don't. Yazzie does not have big bags like that. They have one bigger than the Crafter's Companion, and I just haven't had time to really look at it because if I'm going to get a big bag, I want it to be big enough to fit, you know, most of my basic things, and it's not big enough to fit a mat or anything like that. So, but we're working on that. Okay, moving on. So speaking of thread, I love these little packs from Aurifil. So sometimes when you're trying, okay, so let's say now that we're all ordering online, you need a teal thread, and then you order it and you're just kind of based on, you can't compare it to the fabrics or whatever. I love these because they are like color set. So each pack gives you 3 colors in that same hue. So you have this range. So if it doesn't match whatever you're doing, you always have a darker and a lighter version of the same color. So these are a really great way to kind of build up your thread library, your color library. And so we have a few different color packs like that. We have the teal, the blue, the red, and I believe 3 more different ones that are on the website. So let me just show you the blue. It has the 3. Really a nice variation. So if you're a newer quilter and don't have a lot of thread, this is a great pack because it has that medium blue, dark blue, and a light blue, and so you can make it work with either one of those. Love these little things. Plus they're cute. Really great gift too.
These are dull colored.
Dull? Dove or dull?
Is it dull?
D-U-L-L? We have one of those packs is mauve, so it's kind of those light pinks, but I don't know what you mean by dull.
Is it cotton or poly?
It's cotton, so it's Aurifil Mako cotton thread. All right, so we have some new pre-cuts. We have 10-inch squares and 5-inch squares of the blues. The blues, of course, we had bundles, half-yard bundles, but we are sold out of the blues bundles. But this is, of course, the fabric line that I use for my Athena quilt. So this is the 10-inch squares. You can use those for the Athena quilt. You could also use some of the lights for the background. So one of these would go a long way. 2 of them probably make the whole quilt. And then this one is really great too because I love getting charm packs. The way I choose charm packs, which ones to order, is if they are small scale, they work really well for my little patterns using 5-inch squares. Some patterns are just too large scale that they don't really look great when they are cut up, because then you're going to cut them up more. And then we also got Folktale, by Lila Boutique. We do have bundles of this one as well, which is fewer fabrics, of course, but this is the whole line. So it has all the colors that are in the line. And again, this one is a great smaller scale, so it works well in a lot of the small patterns. And then we got one more 10-inch square. This is a really cute line. I need to open it because I really want to see it. And I think this layer cake will not go back to the office. It's going to stay here. So this is called Born to be Mild, and it has sloths, and it's just the cutest thing. So a variety of fabrics, but all kinds of sloths, and then a few coordinates in here, but you can throw in all kinds of extra coordinates to mix with these. Beautiful fresh colors for kids, and so I think this one is going to have to stay here and become a quilt for a baby. We've got lots of babies coming. Lots of people making babies during COVID. Not us, don't worry, not us. Okay, so we have some new bundles that came in. First off, speaking of babies, I gotta show you this one. We got a brand new fabric line from Sweetwater that, well, you saw kind of a hint of it if you saw our last show, because one of our kits for the baby quilt for Fast and Furious Club is going to be using the animal crackers. But we have a bundle of the brushed version of animal crackers. So this one is just so cute. So brushed fabric, it has the feel of flannel, but it's not fully flannel, so it's a bit thinner. So it just has that brushed side, and then the other side is just regular cotton. So it's not quite as thick as flannel, but of course it's really nice and soft. So the bundle, I try to balance it really nicely between all the colors. We have the blues, and we have the lights, and so we have all kinds of fun animals, crocodiles, monkeys, and penguins, and then some great coordinates, tone on tones in between. And they are just a great scale too. We have the little hearts, and then the cows, and then finishing it off with that black, which is not a pure black, but it kind of, you have that black kind of sprinkled throughout, so it works really well. So this is our animal cracker brushed. My mic pack keeps falling out. All right, so this is animal crackers. We just had that cut before the weekend. And the other bundle that came in after, actually last week, and we didn't show, is a great line from Northcott called Journey. And this one is beautiful, very unique. So some larger scale prints. And so this is kind of like a map. And Iceland is even on the map. Yay! And so just, I love the effect. It's kind of like that watercolory effect on this, and I love the color in this line. So I chose 12 prints and then put them together in the bundle. So this has like lots of countries, and of course Iceland is here. So happy in big letters. Very happy about that. So of course I had to order it and stash some away for myself. But this is kind of, it's called Journey, so all about travel. So we have compass fabric, lots of great textures, and then we have another kind of a type of print with world, America, wildlife, history, train, all kinds of travel words. Another one of these, and then adding the blues, really beautiful, rich teals, and some of that green, and I love this kind of mustardy green color. Another one of texture, and then we have an ombre kind of like stripe, so really pretty. Goes from the grays and into the golds, and then into the greens and into the blues. So it's a full-on ombre all the way through, and then finish off with that same print in the black, and then little airplanes in the black. Just beautiful line by Northcott called Journey. And so this already is in my sewing room, just so you know. It's going to become something. Another brand new line that we actually had on pre-order, and I'm excited to have this one in, it's called Florida. It's by Ruby Star, Sarah Watts from Ruby Star. It has, Kobe's making some noise behind me, making himself comfortable on the carpet. Kobe. Okay, so we have some metallic gold in here, beautiful pinks, and I love this coral red, corally red. It's just so pretty and very unique. Bigger prints. This would be gorgeous in a quilt like Clarissa or even Hope or Elvira. And then we have these big leaves. And we have manatees. So cute. And then this print is kind of like that all over Florida. We have what are those, egrets or those big birds? Manatees floating around. We have the leaf print, and we have the gray manatees, and I love kind of introducing that little bit of gray and then black in here. So here, so unique. Love these birds. And the last print is just black with some gold. So really cool mixed up, but I think you can also break them down and do kind of maybe more this colorway and this colorway, or put them all together. I kind of chose a nice mix that would flow really nicely. So this is Florida by Ruby Star, Sarah Watts for Ruby Star. And then we had a new line come in. What's not new? This one was supposed to arrive in September, I believe. And this one is called Reindeer Lodge. And it's interesting because, you know, we talked about how Christmas fabrics sell out so fast, and so it's really hard to find Christmas fabrics this time of year. And this is not purely Christmas fabrics. I would say this is more winter. But we got this in, so not a whole lot of it because we ordered this so long ago. But this is by Camelot Fabrics Reindeer Lodge. So it has that wintry, lodgy feel. It's lovely buffalo plaid. And then we have the reindeer wearing the buffalo plaid. Great stripe. Tone on tone stripe. We have the little cabins in the woods in the gray, and the buffalo again. The reindeer on black. So it goes kind of from those lights into the reds and the grays, finishing it off with the black. And of course, the tree on the roof of the car. So not a typical red truck, but I love kind of the feel, not too Christmassy, but we do have some Christmas fabric, so that's kind of interesting. Reindeer Lodge, already on the website. All of this is actually already on the website because it arrived last week. Then we got a new bundle in, or two, it's actually two colorways. So this has been on pre-order. This is from Andover by Libs Elliott. It's called Stealth. And I split them up, so I did a light bundle and a dark bundle. So they work together or separately. I'm going to start with a light because it's really a great, if you like low volume fabrics, and kind of, these would be great stash builders for just low volume if you like to mix your backgrounds. Really pretty. So it goes from those kind of lightest lights and then into more gray. So it's really great to be able to find different hues if you're looking for something specific. Really nice modern prints, geometric prints that I just love these, and for sure gonna be staying in my stash. But making, if you're thinking, and then it goes into some of the more ivory, so you have kind of all the tones into the more taupes. This light bundle finishes off with this taupe. And so I'm going to actually just push this up because this is the light bundle, and show you how the dark one kind of plays with it. Because the dark one would start with this kind of taupey end of it, a little bit darker, and then adding in some of the darker grays and the blacks. So it's the same prints, but I just kind of distinctively broke it down by value. So the darker values went together in a bundle, and then the lighter value. So if you wanted to put them all together in a quilt, it would be awesome. So it'd be great monochromatic quilt. I don't know if you remember seeing my Trinity quilt that I did with just neutrals. It was a basic gray fabric line, but it used anything from black into the grays, into the taupes, and all the way into the lights. So this is the dark stealth. Stealth dark, stealth light. And as you can see, this goes from light to the darkest. And it would all play together or all separately. These are such great prints. They would mix with any other fabric lines. Really, you can bring it into anything because they're just geometric. They would bring a little bit of kind of a modern feel to many other lines that are very colorful. So a great builder, stash builder, a true stash builder. All right, we have one more that came in, one more bundle. I know this is a lot, but that's just fun, isn't it? So this one is one of my favorite designers, Marcia Durst. This fabric line is all blues, and it's very typical style of hers, and it's called the Blue One. So I picked 12 different prints. What I love about it is there's all these different shades of blue. So we have some brights in there, some lighter blues, some really muddy blues, and some teal, and everything in between. And you put them all together and they're so cool. So I just love these different textures with that hand painted kind of rough texture that she is so known for. I love this print. It's kind of that stripe, but so irregular because it's kind of done by hand. Another great stripe with polka dots. Great textures. So this is the blue one. And then we have 3 of prints from that line that I decided to have separate as 1 yard. So we have the teal, the darkest, and then we have the medium blue, and then the light blue geometric. So this is kind of like a plaid, but you know, it's so irregular, so it really doesn't. But these are 1 yards, and it goes with it. You can buy a couple of those if you need to add more, but really, really great stuff. So thinking of quilts with this, anything where you want kind of a variety of prints to have that scrappy feel, but all within that same color group, so they would all just go really nicely, like Athena, anything that you want to kind of have that one color theme would work really, really well. All right, so that is all of our new stuff. I know this is a lot. So just wanted to say, make sure you use that wish list on the website. A lot of you have been using it, and a lot of you, we've been getting phone calls and emails from relatives that have received your wish list. And so that's really awesome. So you can just, you know, add things to your wish list. You can build different ones and then send them to different people. It's awesome. Send them via email or Facebook. So everything is on the website already, so gequiltdesigns.com. And we have to finish it off with our giveaway. Do we have a live winner ready to roll? We do. Lots of winners on this show. Oh, Kathy Huff is our live winner. Congrats, Kathy. You have won a $25 gift card to the store, so send us a quick email or a message, and we'll get that card to you sooner. If you've ordered from us before, we will find you and add that to your account. But we have another chance to win, of course, with the giveaway question. And so all you have to do is answer this question in the comments. You're automatically entered, and we will draw a winner on our next show next week. So since last Friday was all about music, we've been talking about music. I wanted to ask you this question. What is your favorite music genre? So this is kind of, you know, you would think asking us or me what is our favorite genre, and I like a lot of different genres. And you
like
listen, huh?
I like it all.
Yeah, we listen to a lot of different things. But if we were to like pick a couple that, you know, when I'm cooking or I'm doing something, I just want to listen to good music. You know, we listen to kind of a jazz, like funky jazz a lot, Cuban jazz. I love Cuban jazz.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of gets me going when I'm cooking. We like R&B when we're playing cards.
Classics.
Classics. Oldies. And then, of course, you know, my 90s stuff a little bit, 80s, 90s stuff a little bit. Old school hip-hop when I'm in that mood. A little bit. Nah, not so much you, no. I know you're more old school than I am.
Old school and
a little bit
jazz.
more old school than I am. Anyways, we're not going to go there. That could
Not-
open a
not
can of worms if I start talking about it.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Okay, so I hope you tell us what is your favorite music genre to listen to, or if you listen to it all. I mean, if you were a part of our sew-alongs and when we made playlists, you saw how eclectic those playlists were. And that's truly the stuff that we listen to. Just fun new music. All right, so we will be back here on Friday with our live show. Happy Friday show will be at the normal time, 3 p.m. Central Time, this coming Friday, December 11th. And it's a special day for all children in Iceland. And I'll tell you why on December 11th. I'll tell you why that is such a special day. And then, of course, we will be here next week for a Tipsy Tuesday episode, December 15th. And that'll be our fourth and last Advent project. Something really simple and quick that you can do with the kids or the grandkids or just yourself. And does not need a sewing machine. So I can't wait to share that with you. But I hope you enjoyed the show. Congratulations to all of our winners, to our quilt recipients. I can't wait to hear from you and get that quilt out to you so you can send us a photo of how you're enjoying it. Thank you all for being with us tonight. I will see you next time.